Okay.
Do you want me to go ahead and share my screen?
Yeah.
Get it running here. Share. I'm just gonna share my whole desktop. And then um can you guys see it all right?
Yep.
Okay. So let me get these tabs out so then we can just focus. Are we gonna need do you think we'll need my IDE or should we just dedicate to just
We might need your IDE. Yeah.
okay, then I'll leave it. IDE is on the right, and then I have two tabs down here. The first tab's the primary and the second tab is the secondary.
Okay.
I have done nothing configuration wise outside of installing via the one line install. And I did that,
That's
I want
so
to say,
sad. Mine is working though, at least, so we should be able to do it.
yep. So I ran, make this a little bit bigger too. I ran GitLab Geo check. I don't know if that mattered, and everything passed except for Git user doesn't have a SSH configuration. I
Okay.
wasn't, I wasn't sure if
That's
that
that's
is that,
normal. Yeah, that's normal for
that's right.
GDK especially.
But the HTTP repository claim was enabled, which I think was something you said to check.
But did I say that? I don't know if I said
Oh,
that.
like on an issue, like no, you
Oh, okay.
didn't. It was like on an issue like a long time ago that like Sampath did. Sorry. But then if we hop over, oh, sorry, so the dashboards on the primary and secondary all say healthy. Everything's good. They are updating, so they're seeing that they're both online.
Wait.
Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I see.
and then everything's synced. There's no errors.
Okay.
And then I guess to show you kind of fully, so if we hop over to uploads, which I guess since it's unified URL, it doesn't change my domain like it like sometimes does.
So
That's
yeah, there I do need to mention something about the unified URL thing. So the unified URL in GDK by default with the geo install script is the other URL, 270013001. So
the same thing happens here too.
yeah, okay. So if you're visiting the 3000 port, then you're essentially what you're doing is you're visiting the primary's internal URL directly, is how you can think about it.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, so this is the one we want to troubleshoot, the main one. Um, we open the network tab.
In 3000.
Yeah. No, on the 3001.
Okay, yeah, because 3001 is the main one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Go here, get network tab,
Okay.
and so the GraphQL 200s, and
Okay.
it returns nothing though. And
Okay.
so then the error from the front end is caught. So if you're familiar with the front end code, this line 68 is what's throwing the error. Um, that's what's throwing the flash alert here. And so if
Yeah.
we do a console dot, so this is like where I was kind of talking to is like we probably should figure out a better way to expose these errors because like this is not helpful to me, and so
Yeah.
it's not going to be helpful to anybody.
Yeah.
Uh, I thankfully have access to the code, so then I can catch that error, and it just says the server response was missing for query undefined, which I'm not sure why it doesn't think the query is defined, but like that could be a piece too. But it's weird because I checked and it's building the query correctly. So if we
Yeah, we can see that it made the request.
yeah, because it's in the network tab, right? Like so yeah,
Yeah. What
it's
was
in
the
here.
yeah.
GeoNode upload. Yeah, everything's correct here.
Yeah. So the only
Um,
problem, oh,
so the proxy says. So sorry, I moved a little quickly there. Uh, I don't know if this route is usually supposed to tell you that it exists. I've never tried to like just run like a Git on this, but
yeah, I don't think that will work.
it probably
That's
is.
okay, probably. Um, the response was an empty hash or whatever you call it in JSON. Um, that
Yeah.
that tells me, and so it seems like the front end code is just interpreting the empty hash as something strange, like it doesn't know how to interpret it.
Mhm.
But that's my impression of the front end error.
Yep.
So the problem is in the back end, right? The request is made to the 3001. Uh, if we go
Uh,
to your terminal and we go to the primary GDK directory or the GitLab directory in it,
yep.
then we can do GDK tail. Uh, let's do the whole like tail everything. It might be a lot of output, but whatever. And do refresh the page
Refresh the page.
and then cancel the tail after it, yeah, after it
And then scroll
tries.
up.
Okay, so
Are
we
you looking for a particular one?
we expect to see at least the GraphQL query to be sent here.
You may try to command like, search for it.
Yeah, yeah, GraphQL, or like slash GraphQL or something. Yeah.
I can't even see where it's highlighting. Let's try oh, here we go.
Okay, yeah.
Uh yeah, so node
Oh wait.
proxy. Oh,
Oh no,
404.
hold on. That was prior to our reloads. We probably should have cleared the output here before we reload
Okay.
the
Yeah, yeah.
page.
Uh, I
Okay.
usually just filter out background jobs because it makes your life much easier to find these.
Is there a way that I can do that easily?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
pipe,
do pipe,
grep dash V,
That?
and
yep, and
Rails
then
background, whatever.
yeah, nice.
Is it that?
That should do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Much better.
Now
All right.
clear.
Clear.
Yeah.
Clear.
Oops. Oh, sorry. If you do Command K while the GDK tail is
Uh
running, yeah.
man. Okay. There we go. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Try again.
Yeah.
Refresh. All right. And then so we want to look for GraphQL here.
Yeah.
That's not it. I mean, okay,
There.
GeoGraphQL.
Okay.
Uh,
So API
500.
v4 Geo GraphQL, and then below that we have API v4 Geo Node Proxy to GraphQL.
oh, that's the. Am I missing it? I feel like I'm going cross out.
Yeah, there's two lines.
Okay, so this is to the proxy. Did I skip us around on accident?
Yeah, no, it's that one as well as the line right above it that are relevant.
Okay, these two.
Yeah. Um, and we definitely are in the primary right now.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
This is the primary.
Okay. I don't remember Geo GraphQL. I can speak louder. Sorry. Yeah.
You're good. I think it might be a little bit.
Let me look for. Oh, actually, yeah. So you have the IDE open. So if you search the code base for geo/GraphQL, I just want to remember what is the difference between those two requests.
Their particular file you're looking for.
Yeah, look, yeah, that API, yeah. Okay, no. Oh, actually, needed for Geo with unified URLs. Regular requests to API GraphQL get proxied to the primary. Well, these are requests. Let's see. Okay, let's look at a different. Can you click on the routes.go when the last result? So I thought maybe we had a diagram somewhere, but it might be in an issue. But the flow from your browser, the flow of the requests is your browser makes a request to the secondary. Uh, Geo node proxy to GraphQL. Actually, we can see that in the network tab. Can you look at
Network tab.
yeah, the GraphQL request. Is that the node proxy?
Let me find it.
Where's the path? Is that the top?
There- It
Yeah,
definitely
no,
it's definitely in here because if I click it, then it takes it's it's going to
Yeah.
this. Why can't I find it in the
Oh, so the general thing was collapsed inside of the, if you scroll all the way to the top of this,
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
there it is. Why is that? Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
so that's
So the browser is making that request to Geo node proxy to GraphQL. And what's supposed to happen is the secondary site proxies that to the primary site. The primary site, if you search in your IDE for node proxy, you
just
should
in a file
find it.
or
No, it's going to be in an API.
that's the one.
Geo.rb. Yeah.
Oh,
So this is the endpoint that is getting hit on the primary. And if you look on line 427, that's where the primary does a request to the secondary site saying, hey, I want the registry data. And that's if I remember correctly, the last time I saw something like this where it was like empty results or something, this is the request that's failing. So the primary is asking the secondary site, like it's hitting the secondary site's QL
yep.
endpoint.
And this is it right here. It's like it's
Oh,
telling us
yeah, there you
200
go.
and then this is failing. And instead of throwing an error, it's saying 200 empty result. Because like if we took this out, well,
Yeah,
I don't
try
know.
that.
This is the primary code. Is this okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we could, okay, we'll see. Because now I guess it will do something else, right? Once it rebuilds. Yeah, it's rebuilding. And I don't know if I guess I probably should have record it. Yep. So yep, there it is. So false. So this returned false. So why would that return false?
So now we want to look at the secondary site. Um, so if you go to the terminal in the secondary site um, and GDK tail that,
The same thing like with the grep, so we can avoid the
yeah,
background jobs.
yeah,
Just plural. So you got
yeah.
it right.
Command K, and then let's reload the page.
It's throwing errors constantly. I don't know if that's expected.
Uh-oh. That that might be part of our problem. Yeah.
Does this mean anything to you? Let me stop it.
So yeah, you can cancel it. So
So there's like address already in use from typology.
yeah,
is that the same thing we had before with the workhorse, both trying to use the same port?
Yeah, so there have been changes recently to like the port usage in GDK because these cells work for GitLab HTTP router and the topology service. It looks like probably that's a factor here.
Um,
It's trying to listen to 3333.
yeah,
And who is already listening to 3333?
I think it's the primary's workhorse.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, at least in my case, when that happened was because both workhorses were trying to use that port. And then that's why I added an extra line. We have a page, Geo new recent page of the things we found out with the GDK. And one of them is to manually configure your secondary's workhorse, choose 3334.
Okay, that might be it.
Let me see. I mean, we can just check the configuration now just to double check.
Where do you want me to go?
Um,
To the GDK YAML or is that what you're thinking? The GDK YAML of
yeah,
Primary?
let's see
yes.
both
Let me
of them.
find the right path. I don't remember. Oh, you have it there.
Oh, is that it for the primary?
Yeah, this is my primary.
Okay.
Secondary's probably got more. Look at that
Yeah,
one
let's
too.
look at the secondary.
I feel like isn't this file usually bigger than this? Am I going crazy?
It's because this is what you are overriding, right, Mike?
Yeah, yeah. These are your overrides. So I guess that is what it was for the install. I don't remember. Mine is huge. Yeah, let's wait. So what do you have, Nathaniel, in your GDK .yaml secondary?
Let me have a look here. Um, yeah, I have a little more, but for sure I have workhorse configured port 3334.
Yeah, me too.
But most of the other stuff is related to, custom host name and listen address.
You guys want me to try to do that? No
I'm gonna give
reconfigure?
you a command back.
Or
Oh yeah,
just
you could paste something into there, but let's use the command way of
sure.
config. There you go. Yeah, Lucy's got it.
Are we in Zoom chat or are we in
Zoom chat. Yeah.
see where I gotta figure out how to find it since I'm sharing. I don't know where it's at. Chat. There it is, found it.
Oh, Lucy's here. I didn't even know.
So just run that.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the secondary.
Oh, on the
Oops.
secondary.
Yeah.
Good thing you failed.
Like I hopefully canceled it quick enough.
Yeah, so on the primary, you are gonna need to unset that.
I'll make sure.
Is it unset? Is that the command?
Uh-oh. I guess I destroyed my YAML file on the primary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gone now.
You can actually just remove that line because it clearly did not run the reconfigure was not that quick.
Yeah, but yeah, the GDK YAML's gone now.
Yeah, it's not there.
Wait, what?
Pull my ID.
I'm trying to remember
Huh?
what the defaults were.
Well, I mean I can oh no, it's gone because I scrolled out too. Oh no. Yeah, for some reason, since I exited that command, it it completely destroyed my GDK. Can I hold on, is that oh it's not it's oh no.
Actually, I think when you do a config set, it backs up the config somewhere, so we could probably find it. That's probably what happened. It was the middle in the middle of that. Where does it back it up to?
Is there like a GDK backup maybe?
Oh yeah, there's a dot backups directory in your GDK.
Look at
Nice.
that. There it is. Let's find it. There it is. There's this one, I think. This one was small, right?
Yeah.
Let's,
Yeah, that's it.
yep. Looks correct. All right. We're okay. We survived. All right. So it looks like this ran and reconfigured. So do I need to restart my GDK or anything?
Yeah, yeah,
GDK restart.
yeah.
I'm assuming this guy's still is John primary.
But also, isn't that also a bug that in that GraphQL endpoint, whenever we don't get 200, we still return 200, but with empty response.
Yes, yeah,
That
Uh,
doesn't feel right. Yeah, we definitely should
yeah.
probably do something about that.
Because as it is a proxy, I'm guessing it should be 502 maybe. So like when you have like a reverse proxy that the upstream fails, usually do back gateway.
Okay. I don't remember, but that sounds good. I would like what about also oh, nice. Sending
So
back the
was that
Okay.
same status code or something like that.
So what?
Would it make sense
I
to have the primary send the error status code that the secondary gave it?
I guess also because it could be seamless for the user, right? Like they don't need to know what failed there.
Yeah, but I think returning a 200 on an error is definitely like we need to figure out whatever we're going to pass to it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. I
Uh,
mean,
Also, we need to fix the default geo install.
yeah. So yeah, fix the default install. But I think that is there, Nathaniel, you mentioned for a second, is there like a special error code for proxy failures?
In this case, it's not really the proxy, right? It's like when the upstream, the server, they actually have is running with whatever you want after the proxy fails. The proxy usually returns 502. That's actually the standard. But I'm talking about reverse proxies when they're like pretty just a dumb server there that just redirects calls, right? In
Hmm.
this case, I think we can come up with something more specific. As Mike was saying, we
Yeah.
could just say, okay, that was the error. Because for the user, it doesn't really matter what's behind. We want to know what's the cause.
Yep. Yeah. I think doing that because then we can, at that level too, we could at least provide a little bit more of a meaningful error on the UI than just failure.
Yeah.
Sounds like we have some issues to write.
Yeah, this port being reused is kind of an old one. We just put a workaround in our notes, but yeah, we should fix the original thing. Maybe it's even assigned to me and it's forgotten in the backlog.
Mike, can we add a Just something simple to change the GDK YAML file on the secondary on the one-liner to just add workhorse configured port 3334.
Yeah, there's a part in the geo install script where it does a bunch of configures settings on yeah, secondary. So we could just add it there.
You think that makes sense for the fix for the GDK portion of this?
Yeah, I do wonder what the change was that happened with the router stuff that, like if we're just papering over something or if, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah,
No,
I'm
I
not sure. But
because
but that would fix it, the immediate problem.
yeah. I guess priority for me is just like having a one-liner that works basically because I'm looking up forward to 17.8 and I'm going to be putting up MRs and I'm going to be trying to use this one-liner as a way to, like I mentioned in the office hours of just having a way to easily have other contributors be able to get Geo running. And
Yeah.
so, not to say like if this is the wrong fix, then let's not do it, but to try to just figure out what the path forward is to make sure that this will continue to work.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be happy to merge, well, or approve. I don't think I can merge there. I'd be happy to approve it
Yeah,
as a quick fix for sure.
cool. Um, all right. So let's start. I thought this used the office hours doc. I just want to jot down like everything we need to do following this call so we don't lose track.
Yeah, I wrote a couple items down in that doc. Um,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. So cool. So we have the action item to fix Geo. Awesome. So uh yeah, I mean I could put an MR together to just fix the like if you could point me in the right direction and then see if someone wants to approve that and get it in, or like if someone else were to do it. I think that the only thing is I'm a little out of my depth with it. So like I won't be able to shepherd it much more than just like, hey, we need this.
I
okay.
can I can work on it. I think I wrote an issue for this, but I never got to it.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it. Well, and then so then the other one, the kind of the more big one, of having more appropriate airing. Uh, so this is kind of like two parts, right? So I think from the backend perspective, we should give something more meaningful, and then from the front end perspective, we probably should present it as something more meaningful as well.
Yeah, the front end part is pretty difficult because I'm not sure how much more help we can provide. Like, given that the
Yeah.
request failed, you know.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I think what would be nice is just like to have the like have some sort of level of error in the network tab at least. Because like I think that was there was like nowhere for me to go from the error perspective because it just told me error, but then like there was no errors in my network tab. So it's like if we could have an error and then
Yeah.
you know
Well, it's
and
it's because in this case, it's something that we should have caught, and it's not a some kind of error that it would display in the interface. It's a configuration error, right? Should have been caught before. But I don't know if that's what you mean, Mike, but we can't really just transfer all the errors that we have on the back end, in this case, openly to the front end because we might leak
fair enough.
sensitive information.
Yeah,
So
if we make the change so that it doesn't 200, it does some kind of HTTP error code when that request fails, then the browser network tab will see, 500, whatever. So that should be helpful. Then someone can search for that request path in their logs or whatever.
mhm.
Okay, cool. So then just kind of we need to be careful not to overshare information because like the error could have security implications, but we could simply just return a non 200 response, whatever you guys decide to do, and then that way someone who's debugging it can then follow the path that way.
Yeah, I think that should be good. I mean, we could do some kind of special response from the primary that like where it literally says like I'm the primary and I failed to make a GraphQL request against the secondary, something like that. Like it would be like pretty,
I
I guess that
guess
would be
in the
clearer.
end, this is the 502, isn't it? It's like I try to access a secondary server and he returned me an error that I cannot tell you what it is right now.
Yeah, it's some kind of 500. I don't, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like, because if we did something like that, we could, and it could be as simple in the UI as saying, like, you know, failed to contact secondary server or secondary
Mhm.
site, check configuration. Is it because you mentioned it's a configuration issue?
Yeah, or networking. Yeah, it could be a
Yeah.
networking issue.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So I think that's more what I was getting at. Is like this, we're trying to provide a more generalized but slightly more helpful error to the interface. So we're not necessarily taking away, like you're still going to have to debug what's wrong, but we can at least tell you that there's something for sure wrong.
True.
okay. I'll open the issue for that.
Cool. Well, I really appreciate you both taking your time and Lucy coming back to watch as well, just kind of getting me to help me get this figured out. This is going to help me a lot when when I get back from vacation here to actually start contributing because I was basically like I need to have my GDK sorted out when I come back from the holidays and I didn't, we're getting down to the last day before I leave. So cool. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Well, we always struggled with it at some point. I mean, I'm sure I'm not done with it.
Yeah. I continue to struggle with Geo. Geo is the one piece of the GDK that continues to elude me, but hopefully I get better with it. Cool. Awesome. Well, I'll stop sharing and then it looks like we have our action items. Nathaniel, you said you're gonna go ahead and put an MR together to fix the Geo install, and then Mike, you're gonna open an issue to kind of address the actual customer side of this.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Antonio. Thanks, Lucy.
Thanks all. Talk to
Awesome.
you later.
Bye.